development in herdsmen communities relationship in Oyo and Ondo State specifically. We've got two gentlemen coming here this morning to look at this video. Barrister KAYODE AKINSOLA is joining us this morning. Barrister AKINSOLA, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Alabi, and good morning, Nigerians, wherever you are watching or hearing my voice.
Thank you so much for joining us. We also have the chairman of Coalition of Civil Societies in Ogun State, Comrade YINKA FOLARIN. Good morning, Comrade.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning our viewers all over the place.
Barrister, let's start from you. You must have also monitored what's going on, and it seems like Oyo State is the place to, has been the place to be over in the past few days with the actions of Sunday Igboho, popularly called Sunday Igboho. But we are glad that the Commissioner of Police in Oyo State actually rose to the occasion and actually met with Sunday Igboho, brought the situation on, brought calm to the situation. And today, we also understand that governors in Southwest Nigeria are meeting Yetiala to find a lasting solution to the crisis between herdsmen and communities in Oyo and Ondo states. What's your take on the issue?
Now, we have to realize that the presidency, they've been taking the issue of security challenges in the Southwest with kid glove. People have risen to the occasions, and severally and diversely we have raised it that, oh, Mr. President, it's time for you to take a closer look at this. But several things are actually involved, because when you have an holistic look into what we have as security challenges in Nigeria, there are so many things, including political security issues, among other ones. Now, I will take my shot from Ondo State. The provisions of sections of forestry laws of Ondo State permits only individual with the written approval of the governor to enter into the government reserve to graze or do anything. Now, when the state governor, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, saw this, they felt, okay, you guys, because of the several challenges of kidnapping, among other heinous crime that, they are witnessing in Ondo State, come and register if you want to graze in the forest, which I think is good. And by the provisions of Section 28, Land Use Act, for example, governor is the chief security officer of that state and is the only one that has the overriding power to determine how the land will be allocated in the state. He has done this within the principles of law. And for the presidential spokesperson to have come out and tell us that, oh, what Mr. Governor is saying is not in conformity with Section 43 of the Constitution, I do not want to agree. Because the Constitution of Nigeria, which mentions the right of an individual to own and acquire property, doesn't allow you to acquire my property alongside with yours. While I was coming into your station this morning, I was very surprised that immediately I was driving into the streets leading to this studio, I saw a large number of cows right here in your studios. And one will imagine outside these studios, okay, very close. I took the recorded, I have the records. You understand? For the sake of, these discussions and narratives. You understand? And narrowing it down to what happened in Oyo State, you'll agree with me that for somebody who is a medical doctor, traveled out of the shores of Nigeria, he felt that, okay, having tried for myself, I want to come back and retire at home. Let me go into farming. Farming is our heritage as far as, Southwest is concerned. As we as Yoruba land is concerned, it is our heritage. Any other thing that any individual is doing, to me, is secondary. Now, if there is any potential threat to such thing, we must rise to the occasion. We are in this world, we are in this country, we are in this nation. When the daughter of Baba Fashion was kidnapped, we are in this nation, people were shouting, no arrest was made, no prosecution was made. And if this thing continues, and you think our people will rise to the occasion, we are only joking. And I expected the governor of Oyo State, since the ultimatum was issued by Sunday Adeyemo, I expected him to have nipped such thing in the bud by inviting all the relevant stakeholders together with Sunday Igboho Let them have a round table. The law of this nation allows for self-defense. Section 60 of the Penal Code.
The governor actually blew it.
Rather, the governor was like intimidating that if anybody for men's trouble, they're going to arrest the person. No, that's not how to approach issues. Because, like the Yoruba people will say, we have started, the Agbekoya have started saying some things. The OPC, and they have started saying, the security issue is not something to be handled with levity. It's not something to be handled, with kid glove. It's something that before you allow it to degenerate, you have to nip it in the bud. This we expected of the governor of your state. And now, yet security challenges are prevailing. Economy cannot prevail. I'm not too sure that you'll be seeing those farmers going to Igongo market this morning. People will begin to live in panic and fear. And as such, when you look at all of these narratives, I think it all boils down on the leadership. We have said times without number, we are having security issues. The security issues in the southwest quite different from the one they have in the southeast, the northeast, among other ones. So what I'm saying here is very simple. Some of these things that we are saying they are issues that are avoidable. They are quite avoidable. But when human rights activists, when lawyers, when stakeholders within the community are speaking up, they usually take it that, okay, it's just a normal thing. It's just a normal criticism. Some of these things are constructive criticism that will give us an egalitarian society so that we can have peace and quietness wherever we find ourselves.
I think cold water has been poured. Doesn't mean cold water has been poured on the issue with the convergence that we're expecting today of governors in Southwest, with Mietiala. Do you think that will really be the desired solution?
Well, thank you very much. You will agree with me that it is not the first time governors will even be meeting Mietiala or other groups in their state. And talking about the security issues, you will also recall that several times they've had a Southwest Security Summit where all critical stakeholders were equally invited. Security issues were analyzed and way forward were actually suggested. But it's quite unfortunate that despite all of that, we are still experiencing what we are seeing today. And it is not even about the Southwest alone. You will also note that there are several ugly reports that our highways are nowhere to go through now. You can't just travel. You can't travel at ease from Benin to Lagos. Our highways, you hear kidnappers will come from the bush. They will do this. They will do that. So though it's not part of Southwest. And at the same time, you would see that those ugly incidents are becoming very, very alarming now. What I think we should be looking at is of the truth, I agree that Nigerians have right to coexist, but with a caveat, peacefully. Peaceful coexistence is very, very good. It's not bad. It's not out of place. But where the word peaceful is out of it, then it becomes a very big issue. If we all respect the rights of one another, there won't be problem. And if the leadership in the country considers everyone, every region equal before the law, all this issue of sentiments will not be there. You are into business. Your right does not your right to make whatever gains to run your business should not override mine, because I equally have right to life. I have my fundamental human right to protect. And the governors even waiting up to this time before coming up to speak as expected or taking a critical decision is quite very, very unfortunate as well. I can recall they came up with the issue of Amotekun, that okay, maybe this regional security stuff will actually assist in checkmating some of these SSs. And the cattle rearers, otherwise known as these herdsmen, they are coming up to say, oh, we are not the one, my ATL are coming up to say we are not the one committing or perpetrating all this crime. Yet some of their agents are seen negotiating for ransom, like Sunday Igboho claim that the doctor that returned back from abroad, who came to empower youth and good citizens of Oyo State. His farm was actually, they went to his farm and his farm was destroyed, only to go and see their leader. He said he was tied, and even after paying ransom, that he was tied, and at the end of the day was butchered. The government should be much more passionate about that than now concerning itself with arresting someone who is standing to defend the rights of his people within his community. I think we just have to come up with that fairness. The government at the central must be fair to all, especially in reaction and decision.
Maybe the Austin governor is feeling that Sunday Igboho is fighting himself as a parallel governor.
Well, you see, the issue of parading, when you fail in your responsibilities, definitely someone must be there to. We're talking of life. Right to life is the number one human right in all. If you will enjoy socio-economic and other cultural rights whatsoever, your right to life must be protected. But where life has become the cheapest commodity in the Nigerian market, is very, very pathetic. We all, both from the southwest, the south, we are still mourning and sympathizing with our fellow brothers in the northeast and even some other part of the northern state. Now this is coming and befalling us. It's not something that should be taken for granted. We are not saying that our people should not coexist. Our Yorubas, the southwest will get married to even the Hausas. There should not be discrimination. However, we must understand that the rights of the people must be protected. You cannot say you now turn kidnapping to the cheapest, to the most lucrative business, where you kidnap, arrest. We should not look at the message, the messenger. It is a message that I will advise the governor or the governor of Oyo State and the presidency to look at. Sunday Igboho has come out to say he has analyzed specific issues, specific situations of those who were kidnapped, who paid ransom, and some of them, despite paying, they got killed. And is it about the old women and their wives, their children, who are being raped incessantly, and nothing is being done about it, and yet you don't want them to react. I am not saying that it is all the cattle breeders, I mean the Maitiala people that are doing this. Crime actually has no ethnicity or has no tribe. However, their negligence in supporting the fight against such men is making them to be a suspect in the commission of the crime. So I would expect that if we have to still remain together that way, definitely we must all come together and say we want to fight the security challenges. And on the issue that we can move wherever we are, we can do this, we can do that. The same right you have, I have under the law. And your right does not say you should come and acquire my own property, or when I'm laboring to feed my nation, to make the society better, then somebody will come from somewhere and destroy all the efforts. And nobody has come to see anything wrong in that. That when you took your cows to the farm to destroy all the farm products, and we are shouting diversification of economy, we should diversify to agric, we should do this, we should do that, and some people are somewhere destroying all those efforts, and those who are coming up to be in defense of all these atrocities now, they weren't seeing anything wrong in all those atrocities then. Now, definitely people will resort to self-help. There's no way we cannot continue this way. And one of the way, I love one of the suggestions of the Meiti Allah as well. That's okay, we have all come to see that it is time for us to restructure this country. There's no two ways about it. We must restructure the country now.
We are going to get there, but before we get there, let's talk about the atrocity you talked about. Just yesterday had a meeting. The Oba of Igongo and other persons who attended the meeting actually came with evidence of
those who were being raped,
those that were raped, pictures of those that were butchered, that were killed, and the rest of them. Why are these evidences? Why do you think these evidences have been with these people all of this while, and they did not.
Now, the challenge
challenge
there is when
the authority.
Yes, when governments tend to be irresponsible, what we are witnessing is what we'll continue to witness. Now, naturally, we all knew that for somebody to harvest anything on any farm, it can take you like 9 months, 10 months, some more than that.
Yeah.
If I had used like 10, 11 months of my life to plant in order for me to harvest, 1 month into my harvest, some cows came, they brought them on those things and grazed it off. There is no how I will get onto that farm and something in me moves back off. If I go to police, I report them, and government is not doing anything. We have had issues of killing, issues of maiming, issues of rape, issues of several other criminal activities, and nothing is being done. They mentioned Dr. Aborode, who killed him till today. There are evidences. There are evidences of ransom, there are evidences of killing. Who is prosecuting what? Now, when you look at all these chains of events, there is no how that you won't have people, the reason for them to defend themselves via any other means. Because it shows that the security situation in that area cannot be handled by the security architecture that we have in there, whether police or anything. It shows that they can't handle it. Or somebody is speaking directly from the presidency who is asking or directing them not to prosecute. Otherwise, how will a crime exist and there is no punishment, nobody is prosecuting, and they add all of those things? For them now to come to roundtable yesterday to begin to talk about they want to apologize, they knew that this thing happened. If they have not committed an offense, why would you apologize?
Now, I think it was in Ogun State that some soldiers followed. We saw pictures of some soldiers following.
Now, that one, I read that in the news too.
Now, does that mean that these people have backing?
Without sounding immodesty, we knew that cow rearing or cattle rearing is not the trade or the business or the economy of a Yoruba man. Right while we were in cradle, we knew the tribe of this nation who are enmeshed in such businesses. It is not our own business. Now, where you now say people are coming from Chad, some people are Bororo tribe, some are Fulanis, how do I able to identify a Fulani from Bororo? How will I be able to know that this person is from Chad? Because some of the Mieti Allah, leadership, they have come to say, oh, we have some people, they are not our member, but they are rearing. Some of you are collecting ransom on their behalf to continue to perpetrate those crimes, and you can't fish them out. And presidency is not saying anything. Rather, presidency, they have come out to mention that it is their right to own a property. Who asked them not to own a property? So if you own a property, does that include you taking over my farm? Does that include you
taking the lives of my
people? Or is it part of those things? Mr. President is not saying anything.
Now, let's also look at this. Some people have said our democracy seems to be growing. If a sitting APC governor can disagree with a sitting APC president on issues of policies, not personal interest.
Well, it's a major issue that we need to battle as a country. Irrespective of your political affiliation, irrespective of your political party, it builds on you when you see the truth. When you want this nation to coexist, you should not sacrifice people's liberty, people's peace, people's life on the altar of politics. It has a backfiring effect. It might not be in the immediate. It's like sitting on a keg of gunpowder.
Also, the mandate the governor is holding is not the mandate of the political party. It is a collective trust that has been bestowed on him that, okay, hold this thing in trust for us. So I think the issue of political party should not even have a place as far as it is concerned. It's all about the conscience and respecting the oath of office. The oath you have taken is not the oath that I will hold my allegiance to my political party. It is to the concern of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and to protect, to secure the lives and property of your people. That is the primary objective of any government. So I am not, I'm not too moved that Some governors are coming up to say it because they know after you must have left the power, you will come back. And also, we are approaching a very alarming stage where this issue has no respect for anybody. Even you can see that a king in his own domain, they are kidnapping the daughter of a king. They are kidnapping even the politicians. How many politicians can blow siren up and down like they used to do before? They either sit in Abuja or they fly to Lagos, and even between Lagos and wherever they are going to, they still try to manage themselves. You won't hear much siren because they know that those who are taking kidnapping as business have no respect for anything. The higher the capacity of the person you arrest, maybe that will determine how much ransom you get. So it has affected everybody. They must talk. They must talk now. It's different from what we used to have in the past. That will take it as a child's play.
Now, some people have also said that the ultimatum the governor gave, just 7 days.
The Sunday gave?
No,
the governor. Okay, yeah, the AKINSOLA gave.
Yes, the ultimatum is actually short, and that's why the likes of Falano, SAN, is actually saying the governor should consider and extend the ultimatum.
You see, the issue of ultimatum, what we will look at is this. Even between that, within that 7 days, were same crime not committed, within that 7 days, where the same crime not committed, and even after the 7 days, are we not still witnessing another another form of crime? I think the governor is just resolute in his decision to say, no, we must stop this. It is now for them to say, oh, well, we understand what the governor is trying to do. He wants to protect the lives and property of everyone. They must call themselves to order. That is a big signal which they must buy into.
Let me butt in there. Concerning the ultimatum, it's very simple. The governor is not asking them to leave Ondo State. What governor has said is leave the government reserve, leave the government forest. It's within his power as the chief security officer of that state. The law provides for it. And if he's asking them, please leave, because some of you are using that forest to use it, I mean, as a tool of kidnap, you are using it as a tool of where you collect your ransom, among other things. I don't think Mr. Governor has acted out of faith. And the thing is, because
the days of
the days, irrespective of the days, even if it is 2 days, the thing there is very simple. The kidnapping is what they want to get rid of, and where people are continued, I mean, to being kidnapped, they continue seeing some of those things. The prerogative of the governor will be which one will better the lot of my people, which one will suit the interest and the welfare and ensure the liveliness and livelihood of the citizen. I think he has acted in good faith.
Now, some people said it is simply because of, because quite a number of persons have actually read meanings to that order. It has had different colorations, ethnic colorations, most importantly. And then some people have said if this had happened before now, probably in 2011, 2013, probably to not have had that shade.
Because during that time,
because
during that
the lines of tribes are,
we have never had it this worst. During those periods, we are in this nation. I'm on a national broadcast. We are in this nation when Mr. Baba Obasanjo was the president, and governor of Lagos State took him to court over allocation. We are in this country when the Baba Obasanjo was the president, and Fayose took several steps against him. The Southerners don't behave that way. The thing is, if not because that thing has hit its crescendo, there is no doubt that the governor will come out. They started the issue of Amotekun well over 1 year or thereabouts. The Amotekun was for that purpose. All the governors, they came together that this thing we do not want. The lives and property of our people must be maintained. We are not cowards. And for security architecture within their ranks and file to have been given several orders contrary to what public policy dictates will be a call for anarchy, maybe.
I think let's take this beyond Oyo and Ondo State. Don't let us limit the attacks to Oyo. Yeah, though Oyo and Ondo States are the latest, should I say, examples of where this issue has been happening. Let's even go beyond in the north. We also see banditry and all of that. What does that actually say about the preparedness of the current federal government to tackle security?
Now let's be honest. There was an error that I think Mr. President is currently making. The law provides that each of the service chiefs, I mean the head of service chiefs, will spend a term of 5 years. A term of 5 years.
It is in the law.
It is
the
in
Constitution.
The law. Constitution. Hold on. Now that term, however, because you appoint them, you have the power to sack. But when Mr. President chooses to be mentioning this law, allow them to finish their 5 years, it's going to bastardize the morale of those people under that 5 years because they will never hit the peak of their career. You see some of those service chiefs, you see some of those gallant officers looking for elsewhere where they think they could profit, where they think they could make, better make their life better. You understand? This doesn't really work well. If the service chiefs are not working as expected, fire them. You have the power to hire and fire. Fire them.
And
the thing is, if you are having such challenges in the north, and we are saying we won't allow you. In fact, what the Southwest are actually demanding is very simple. Our farm, don't destroy it, don't kill our people, we don't want to kill them. We are peaceful people here. Don't take your... See, there is this common Yoruba adage, and I'm sorry for saying this. They said, Gambari Pafulani Kolejo. The thing is, if they had opened the Chad, the borderline, such that they are not having several people from Chad invading the northeast, and president cannot, find a solution to that, they should not allow it to escalate to the south. That's what we are saying.
Maybe Mr. President believes these things are exaggerated.
Well, I don't think so because I don't think so because even Frau is emergence as a president. The issue of Fulani communal clashes have always been there, but one would have thought that being a one-time military president and military head of state and also still been very, very much active when we had during his campaign that is going to tackle issue of security. And one would have equally thought that the present administration had learned from what brought, I will use the word, what brought the immediate past administration down, the Goodluck Jonathan regime. What Nigerians were made to see or what Nigerians saw was the insecurity situation then was so alarming that we felt that, Boko Haram has eaten deep to everywhere, and Nigeria is no more a safe country. And we saw Jonathan, and it was even beyond incompetence. I cannot, if they come up to say the most embarrassed president in the whole in the history of Nigeria, he was, and yet then you saw the way even with the wife. When we turned it to drama in this state that, Principal, only you can come, all of this and that, and the president will go and come up with his condolence message and he will be shaking his head. We felt that, this man was not competent enough, he didn't deal with the issue decisively, and the opposition
but now we know better.
Were taking advantage of that to eat him deep and say, you are very, very incompetent. Nigeria cannot continue this way. We must have a way forward. Our party can do this, our party can do that. All because what should be a collective challenge or what we should see as a collective problem to be tackled collectively, we didn't nip it in the bud then. And now it has now turned to something else. Now the issue from Boko Haram, then during Jonathan regime, the only thing we had there was Boko Haram. For this government coming into place now, we've added banditry. And not even banditry, kidnapping was not even as much as what we have now. However, I think loyalty to the country, loyalty to our constitution, and not a particular ethnic or tribe is what we need. What we need mostly now to tackle all these challenges. We must all come out to condemn it, irrespective of the party, irrespective of our of our passion for whichever ethnic group. No, and our governors also needs to know that you don't want to offend the government at the center, and you, because of that, you are keeping mute on issues that should be of most concern to you. A time will come where history will be written, and whatever you are doing now, whatever you are doing to tackle this issue, will either be written against you, or one or two good things will be said about you.
The governors will be meeting today with Yala and then other stakeholders. We have been told that probably the presidency might also be involved. Now, what are some of those things that the governors should be taking?
Well, part of those things I think they should look into is this. Number one, they need to reiterate the need for peaceful coexistence. That the word peaceful. I am not to support that, oh, you should send this away from here, you should send this away from there. But whatever that will affect the peace of any state, the governor must come out openly and say no to this. We have said no to open grazing. No, if you want to graze, you should have a ranch, you should have a place you buy, and you should graze there. It is not about going now. We are much more afraid of cows than even auto crash or whatsoever. I'm telling you, it is quite pathetic. You cannot just wake up and say you want to travel from here to Ondo. You will be so scared. It is a pathetic situation. So, and the governors should also, the issue of Amotekun must be taken serious now. There is need for governors to place priority on the security of their state. There should be more than enough budget for security. You have to equip the security agencies in the state and police. I must tell you, though, they are orphans, but they must also see the need to collaborate with those are with the agencies, the state outfit, the state security outfit, for proper coordination, because they have been transferred from here and there. They may not know the nook and crannies of the communities.
Now, as we custom,
do you see light at the end of the tunnel? Just like Dominic said, today's meeting.
Today's meeting, I do not think we are going to see any light out of that tunnel, and I will give my reason. Now, disappointingly, one of the reasons why Nigerians voted for President Muhammadu Buhari was because we had security challenges, which was Boko Haram then, and we saw a general, you understand, coming to lead the government. It's as good as getting a professor of economics, coming to lead a dying economy of any nation. Seeing that, much is expected of it. Now, for us now seeing several coloration, the ones that we have never heard of the security challenges, made an average Nigerian to lose interest. And that is the truth. Now, to those governors meeting today, it's very clear. Just like I mentioned, security issues, they are better nipped in the bud before it gets escalated. Now, for the Miyetti-Allah, will the governments in the Southwest be willing to create a ranch for them? It is a private business. Nobody funds agriculture. Nobody funds every other business. Will each of these states be mandated by the presidency to go and create ranches for them? Now, the kidnapping has come in. Are you going to say that the governors of the Southwest, they don't have their right to protect the government reserves?
Or they should be paying ransom?
Or they should be paying ransom. You understand? So the issue there, the way I look at it, I'm very sure that the presidency as well as the Miyetti-Allah, their narratives has been so clear. You understand? Which I do not think will align with tenets and dictates of the beliefs that a typical Yoruba man will ever support. So, for me, we'll wait. I do not want to preempt or act like a devil's advocate. But we all know, we have, for close to 20 years now, I've been a very keen watcher of how the political space has been going. And to a large extent, we could predict the outcome. I granted an interview to one of the stations in Oyo recently. Immediately, the Sunday Igboho gave the ultimatum. I said the very best thing the governor should do now, get your security skills, call Sunday Igboho. There should be a meeting. Nip those things in the bud. Now, when they call for meeting that they want to go to Igunko, the governor cannot go.
We have to go now. We have to go. Thank you so much, gentlemen, by AKINSOLA, Comrade FOLARIN. That's the program, Newdawn, on OGTV. We'll catch you again next Monday, Dominic and I. Thank you so much for watching us.